And Norfolk is in the national spotlight tonight after a judge arraigned New York Attorney General Letitia James in federal court this morning. Now, she is accused of fraud connected to the purchase of a house in the city of Norfolk.
The longtime target of President Donald Trump said she had no fear after her court appearance today. Alex Littlehales joins us in studio tonight. So, Alex, you were in the courtroom today. What else did we learn about this case?
Well, really interesting is that often the quiet federal courthouse in Norfolk packed with national media outlets today. New York Attorney General Letitia James pleading not guilty to 2 charges of bank fraud and falsifying statements to a financial institution. Outside of the courthouse, though, James told the crowd of spectators she still believes in the justice system.
No fear, because I believe that justice will rain down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream.
The high-profile court appearance of New York Attorney General Letitia James ended in downtown Norfolk with a message for a crowd of spectators.
But this is not about me. This is about all of us, and about a justice system which has been weaponized.
Her appearance comes weeks after former U.S. District Attorney Eric Siebert stepped down following reports he would not pursue a fraud case against the New York Attorney General, based here in the Eastern District of Virginia. This is the house at the center of the national controversy. A federal indictment filed under the district's new top prosecutor, Lindsay Halligan, alleges James obtained favorable loan terms for this house in Norfolk by lying. The indictment claims she misrepresented the home as her secondary residence.
I have this belief in the justice system and the rule of law.
The case fueling the conversation about political opposition under President Trump's administration. The New York Attorney General, a target of Trump's after she brought forth a civil fraud case against him several years ago. Now, James's trial is set to begin January 26th of next year.
I will do my job each and every day, and that's why I'm headed back to New York, because there's work to be done.
Defense attorneys for James alluded to the possibility of them actually filing motions for vindictive prosecution and other attempts to actually dismiss the case before trial. Reporting, I'm Alex Littlehales for 13 News Now.
All right, Alex, thanks. And after today's arraignment, Norfolk's top prosecutor, Ramin Fadahi, weighed in on the dynamics of this complex federal case. Here's what he had to say.
Do their talking in court on the facts. Respect the right of the accused respect the right of the accused and the presumption that the accused enjoys of being innocent. That is what I do and my prosecutors do. And I view what has happened in this case with a great deal of alarm. There's a great deal of professional alarm.
Well, Norfolk police blocked off part of Granby Street ahead of James's court appearance. Some of her supporters who gathered outside gave us their thoughts on the case.
I don't know all the facts of the case, but I hope that justice is served and that if this is retaliation from our current president, that she is rightfully acquitted.
My message to Letitia James is that she is innocent. We know she's innocent. We despise this vindictive prosecution, and we're sure that her attorneys are going to have either the indictment dismissed very quickly or will give a vigorous defense and should be acquitted.
We will continue to follow this case and have the latest developments on 13 News Now and 13 News Now Plus.